Party back! So, episode 2 happened. Definitely a better episode than the first one. Why? Like, first one was more of an introductory episode. Like, you got your reintroductions to the characters like Ichigo, Uryu, Chad, so on. And they and I'm not hating on that episode. Like, I would have hated if that episode did not happen. Like, we needed that type of episode. Like, it was not that packed with story, but it was important. Okay, but this episode is definitely so much better than the previous one, and I like the previous one. Check that out on my channel. So the episode basically starts off with where we last left off. Basically, Yuha basically slices the arm of the other Quincy that was, I won't say kind of arrogant. He was not that arrogant, to be honest. He didn't deserve what happened to him in the next few minutes. So he basically destroys his arms, cuts it off, and he's like and Yuha is basically, but if you don't know, Yuha is the Quincy King, that mustache man. Okay. So he's like, he just talks bullshit and all, and he just has a problem with an idea of that Quincy was a prophet. Like, he was not even a prophet. Like, he just Yuha claims him to be a prophet, which he was not. He was just getting an idea of the future, assessing the future, being more of a like not futuristic, having seeing far beyond the present, planning for the future. You get the point, right? Yuha was unreasonable, right? He was like not unreasonable. He was unreasonable on a villain level also. Like, we know in all of these shows that villains cut the arms off or kill their subordinates for very stupid reasons. But this was, I think, even stupider in my opinion. So what happens then? Then he basically Yuha seems to have psychic powers in this episode. Like, I think he has psychic powers because he was able to then kill off this Quincy fella, whatever his name was. I don't remember his name. Don't need to remember his name, guys. Okay, he kills him off, blows his brains out, basically. Then Eben, right? So what was the purpose of me remembering his name? He is already dead. Yuha is basically, you did your job, you did your job. You don't deserve any punishment of it, but yet this death gets punished. Boom. And basically after that, his fellow, I guess, pure Quincies are asking him, why are you doing that? Arankas are important foot soldiers. And he's like, I can get as many Arankas as I want. And then he climbs the ladder, sees Haribel! Yeah, sees Haribel. And yeah, now I have a dark theory. When Yuha, and I don't want this theory to be true because that would make Yuha not as villainous but as a disgusting character. I have a very dark theory. Do you think like Yuha is a psychic? Okay, he's psychic and he's definitely very stronger than Haribel. He did that with Haribel, basically impregnated her forcefully. Definition of rape in a way. I don't know, but I'm questioning this because Eben and the other Quincy who got his brains blown out, I think they were Arankas plus Quincy, or maybe Hollows plus Quincy. When I say Arankas plus Quincy, that means Hollow plus Soul Reaper plus Quincy, or so that's 3, but they can be Hollow plus Quincy because Eben had a mask, okay, and later when he dies they call him an Arankar, basically in Hollow in a way, okay. So but when Ichigo was talking to Eben, he was offended by the term of Hollow and identified as a Quincy. His pronouns are Quincy only, I guess. Okay. So I don't know I mean, there is also another theory that came to my mind is that these Quincies are basically human in a way. Eben was a Quincy as when he was alive. He died, and without the help of the Hogyoku, somehow became a hollow with his Quincy powers. I mean, that's also another theory. Both are fascinating, but I really don't want the horrible one to be true. That would be actually kind of disgusting. And since now I have already made you feel disgusted in this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, what happens after that? After that, Haribel thing happens. Then Ichigo and his friends are in his room, and finally Ichigo comes back. Urihime talks to Uryu and is like, "I'm really happy that you two are really good friends." And it's kind of obvious what they're trying to do here. Quincies are the main villain. The Orihime is pointing this out that Ichigo and Uryu are great friends. So later on the storyline, they will have troubles in their relationship. Their relationship will be tested basically. So it was kind of obvious. Ichigo comes back, and then their phone. I don't remember the name of the kid. I didn't even try to remember the name of the kid. His phone rings, the Soul Reaper kid, and everyone is informed that the messenger of Yamamoto died. No name basically. All of squad 1 was wiped out. Yamamoto squad is basically over. He is all alone in terms of squad. And Sasakibe, his lieutenant, also died after that, sometime after that. And I really hate it. I like the fact that he died, but I want to see the fight, like how he fought, because later on we find out. Actually, we don't find this out in the anime. Basically, we find this in the manga more specifically, because I read the manga after watching the episode 4 chapters again in this episode. So that Sasakibe, the lieutenant of Yamamoto, was very like older than Shinsui and Ukitake, and mastered Bankai before them. I mean, and he was offered the position of captain multiple times but declined because he was loyal to Yamamoto as a lieutenant. And like, I'm not saying he was very strong, but he was at least captain level, a strong captain. And he died. Like, he was, oh my god, I don't care. And one thing in the anime also, they show this, that Sasakibe's eyes, they don't have pupil. In previous anime, like back in the day, he used to have pupils, and I used to like, it's original that in original manga it doesn't have pupils, but I used to like pupils. And when he was initially shown in this previous episode, like almost on the deathbed, that no pupil look suited him, but as a normal person, pupils suit him. Okay, after that what happens? The Ichigo and Chad, or not Chad necessarily, other people. Ichigo is sad on his bed. Chad is basically jogging. Fitness, pal. Fitness. By the way, do some cardio, lift weights, people. Okay, lift weights. I will fucking murder you if you don't lift weights. You want to be a pussy? You want to be a weak ass? Lift weights. No, lift weights. Okay, then Nell appears finally after basically fake Karakura and full bring arc and this hiatus, whatever it was. After basically 2 arcs after, but after many years, we finally got to see Nell again in her child form, and basically she beats Ichigo as usual. Nothing special. And tells, and what's the name of Pesce, yeah? Pesce also arrives, and they tell the situation that Hueco Mundo was attacked, and we got the flashback basically in a way, where basically all Hollows almost died, and Yuha and his Quincy army, which I feel like they didn't suffer any casualties. It doesn't feel like it. And Haribel is there like this, and she's like this. Go, run away, And after that, they finally Pesce, Don the Chaka, who and Nell, they run away, and we got to see and Haribel in air. Again, I say Yuam basically has psychic powers. I think he's able to control the body's psychic powers, and this transport to the place where I think the Haribel is now captured. Some people are calling it sex dungeon. Well, to be honest, it looks like that, and I don't want that theory to be true. Please, like it would be extremely dark for me, and I don't want Yua to be like that. Please, it would be dark. Don't do that, please. By the way, this Haribel is way stronger than the Haribel that was before, like fake Karakura. She's stronger. Like many months have passed, she's stronger. Then basically Ichigo, Kisuke comes in. He's like a sneaky bastard and basically eavesdrops on them, and eavesdrops on the wrong moment because I guess it's kind of somewhat obvious, not exactly obvious to be honest, but Uryu was about to tell Ichigo that the new enemies might be Quincies, and before he could say Quincy, Mr. Kisuke Urahara decided to drop his hat off and interrupt them. And then he basically other than Uryu, all of them go to Garganta, and I think Uryu is staying behind because he wants to talk to his father, because he has a pretty good idea what's happening, somewhat better idea than Ichigo. Talks to his father, and during this time I think the Quincies will also try to talk to Uryu. That's going to probably happen. It's kind of obvious. Then all of them go to Garganta, and they drop from the sky, and Nell is screaming, which was kind of funny. And then they see all of the dead bodies basically. And and one thing that I was also wondering, that Ichigo seems to be too much worried about Hueco Mundo, because like I get it felt somewhat natural for him because Ichigo is kind of weird in this way. Like I guess he just wants to help whenever he can. So he decides to help Hueco Mundo. Pesce and even Urahara talked about this, that these like hollows and this Hueco Mundo was basically his enemy a few years back, some time back, whatever. So it's kind of weird, but then Orihime tells that Chad also talks about this, that this is exactly why Pesce and Nell came to Ichigo, because he is Ichigo basically. And then they go over there, and now we got to see a new and interesting and a character that I like. Bring in the H. He's an interesting character, bro. He's an interesting character. I don't remember his name. We'll try to remember his name for the next review. No promises though. Basically, Quincy Hitler. He definitely feels like a Quincy Hitler. The way he talks, his army type attitude, his dressing sense, definitely his attitude, his personality. Oh, definitely a Quincy Hitler. So he basically, some of the hollows, not hollows, Aranka's hollows, whatever you want to say, survives, and now he wants to like stab them, and as a test basically in a way. And the two junior subordinates that he have, they're like, yeah, he doesn't want these hollows, he's just playing with them, he's not even interested in Hueco Mundo, he's just fooling around basically to some extent. And then Molly and Lollipolly, whatever their name was, I'm not interested in the girls who attack Orihime back in Hueco Mundo arc. Lolly, Molly, Polly, whatever their names were. They basically attack him and basically get destroyed by him. They're not dead because he specifically told his two subordinates, his juniors, that do not kill them. Yuha, Quincy King, whatever you want to call him, said that we need some tough skin hollows. And then the three sidekicks of Tier Haribel appear, and they are actually a lot stronger. I would say that their fight with the no-name Quincies was short, but it was fun for me. Like,
that's what she said.
It was really bloody. This episode was also quite bloody. Like one of them basically chops one of their head off. Others are like killing, punching, this, that, whatever. You get the point. And the fight was good. And then basically the what should we call him? Like he's a stern ritter. I don't know what the term stern ritters mean. That these are a special type of Quincies. Quincies recognized by Yuha basically in a way. Also, by the end of this episode, I need to talk about the opening of this. Finally, we got to see the opening and ending song. I hope I remember that to talk about it. Okay, then basically they fight, and like none of them you were expecting them to win, right? Though I wanted to see the fights to some extent. Like Kubo said, in the manga we never got to see a lot of fights. They were just mentioned, or we just got to see their result, and that happened twice already in a way. Like thrice basically. Sasaki base fight we never got to see. We never got to see Yuha versus Haribal basically, which was probably very good. I wanted to see that at least, and that's and we didn't got to see this. I don't remember the names, guys. Please, sorry. And they're probably alive. Like I think that Quincy Hitler wants, as he left Molly, Polly, Jolly to remain alive. He wants these three who are much stronger than them and are way more tough skinned than them, want to remain alive, to recruit them, or for whatever the reasons you wants them to be recruited. So I don't know, like this fight would have also be kind of fun, like whatever, okay. And then we shift to basically we shift to the 13 code guard squad, Gode 13, and they're talking about all the incidents, and Akon gives him his report, and after that Mayuri comes in and basically tells everyone that you guys are smart enough to already know that, but since maybe some of you are not smart enough, Kenpachi, the new enemy are Quincies. The people that we thought we murdered, we slaughtered many years ago are back. Quincies are back. Okay. So after that, Ichigo comes to meet German Hitler, Quincy Hitler basically, and that's where the episode ends basically.
One eternity later.
So apparently my phone's memory got full, and while editing this I realized this, so I have to reshoot this segment of the video. So here we go. I wanted to talk about the opening. So what happened in the opening? The opening is really good. It's no opening number 13, but it's pretty good. Like opening 13 is probably my favorite opening. Like that fake Karakura down opening that happened. You guys remember, right? So it's pretty good. Especially it gets really good when the action starts happening. Usually when I watch openings of any new arc or anime, I do this thing. I turn my brain off and I just watch it. So if I see any spoiler, I'm not able to register it in my brain that much. And I saw some spoilers in this opening as well during the later halves of the opening, but not that many, but there are. So I am an anime only guy, so I probably won't be able to watch the opening till this goddamn arc ends probably. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The ending song of this episode is not that good because they don't have any visuals for it. The last episode's ending song was better because this had visuals and proper visuals for it. Like we captured all of Ichigo's journey in that song. And my hand, okay, wait a second, my hand, we captured all of Ichigo's journey in that song, and I think they should have just used that song that theme, whatever you want to call it, as an ending song for this episode and so on. That song was better than this one. All very, like, it was very easily, I can say it was better because of visuals also. But that's pretty much it. Also, one more thing that I want to talk about is where the hell is Grimjaw? Yuha and his goddamn whatever you want to call it, turned it as Quincies, destroyed Hueco Mundo, Grimjaw's home basically. Where the hell is Grimjaw? I think he should be stronger than Haribal. A lot of months has passed. Haribal is not a fighter. Grimjaw is a fighter. He is a panther, he's a survivor, he's a warrior, he's a fighter. He should be a lot stronger. He might be stronger than Haribel. Where the hell are you, brother? Also, I forgot to mention, because video memory got full. Like, share, subscribe if you like the video. I will see you in another video. Probably. Hopefully. Bye. Personnel, why the hell are you not fighting? Go to your adult phone and fight. 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 Please.